Do you guys hate how those bulky bike racks look on those cars that nobody likes to look at? Well, in this video, I'm gonna be showing you guys an alternative that changes the game forever. And the solution to that is suction cups. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the future right here. Look, it's just 4 suction cups. 3 suction cups for the front fork, 1 suction cup for the back tire. This is the future right here. I mean, look how small this is. You can literally put it in the back of your trunk and not have a weird looking rack on a car like this. You can put it in your passenger seat. I mean, just look, you can put it anywhere. Look how small this is. And the brand of this is SeaSucker. And no, they're not sponsoring this video, but I really like their bike mounts, so that's why I'm making a video on it. I hate how bike racks look. They look very lame on cars. I mean, it depends what car. I mean, if it's a Subaru, then it's very, reasonable. And no, I'm not a Subaru hater. I love Subarus. But on a car like this, it would look ridiculous with a bike rack. Now, let me show you the bike rack real quick. It's pretty simple. So basically, you get custom spacers right here. When you go on the SeaSucker website, you can choose your spacing for the fork, and they send you these different colored spacers. So if you have multiple bikes, you can buy multiple spacers. They're pretty cheap, and they just slide right out like this. And then you can just change the spacing depending on which bike you have. And then you have 3 suction cups with pads. So this is just the covers for them. You keep the covers on to make sure the suction cup doesn't get dirty. You take them off when you're about to put it on the car. And I'll show you guys the installation right now for this. Step 1 of the suction cup process is making sure your roof is clean. This car was just cleaned this morning, not for the suction cups. My whole car was just dirty, so went through the car wash. So you want to make sure there's no debris on the roof, like no pollen, no pine needles, no nothing, anything that can make the suction cup slip. And I mean, pollen itself is not going to do anything, but just to be sure, wipe it off with like some window cleaner and some paper towels, just in case. You just want to be safe. Step 2, just grab the bike that you're going to be putting on the bike and flip it over gently. This is the way I normally do it. And make sure that your pedals are perfectly level with the back swing arm of the frame. And I'll show you why in just a sec. So the first step is taking off your front wheel. This front fork that I just got a couple days ago, fortunately, it does not need an Allen key, but if you need an Allen wrench or an Allen key, whatever you want to call it, you can just put it in the axle, spin it off just the same way as this, and pull it out, take the front wheel off. And then just for now, put the axle back in. Okay, so when you take off the front wheel of the bike, the first thing you want to do is put it inside of your trunk. And the reason for that is the back wheel rests on top of the trunk depending on the shape of your car. So you can't really open the trunk with the bike on the car. So you definitely want to do that first. The next step is putting your suction cup on. So basically you have 3 suction cups, 2, then 1. You want the one facing the back of the bike. So what I mean by that is place it in between your fork. Make sure you have the right spacers. On the website, when you buy the suction cup, they ask you for the spacing of your fork. So make sure you get the right spacers. And then put the axle through with the suction cup. Let's see. Tighten it as hard as you can. I mean, just as you would with your normal wheel. And there we go. And then you'll have a little orange strap right here. And that's just gonna hold the pedals from moving down and up so it won't hit the top of your car's roof and scratch it and damage it. So that's why I said in the beginning of the step process to keep your pedals level. Okay, what I like to do next is take off the back suction cup for this and then put it in the trunk, throw it right there, boom, close it, and then put the back suction cup on, but don't begin putting the actual pressure on. I'm just gonna lightly put it in the center of the car so I know when I put the suction cup on with my bike, I can just rest the back wheel here without resting it on the paint or the glass of the car. I actually took all 3 suction cups off. The other suction cup, let me remove this real quick, just so I know I can put them in the trunk without any, hassle when I get the bike on the car. Okay, so now I'm gonna grab the bike. The front suction cup's on. This bike's pretty light, so I'm not too worried about it. I'm gonna pick it up, go over here, get the bike. I was a little off with the front or the back suction cup, so I am going to rest it on the back window, but I try not to. And I'm going to place it right around here and start pumping the back cup. It's pumping down right now. So I decided to have the suction cup a little bit more forward. Normally I do have it like the back tire here or around here. I can see the old suction cup mark, but in this instance, I'm gonna have it a little bit higher up. on the car. And then you want to place the back suction cup around here. So I did find an issue. I realized that this bike is shorter than my other one, so that's probably why I thought I could have it so far up, but I'm actually going to move the bike down, and there is a problem right here. The suction cup is on a seam from the glass and the paint, and you don't want your suction cups on seams because air can go underneath those seams and make the suction cup come off. So that's not going to be good. So we're going to actually move this bike down to right around here. Right around here. You want to try to get it as centered as possible. I mean, it doesn't need to be centered, but it looks better when it is centered. Pump down at least one suction cup for now. And what I like to do is I like to stand in the front of the car and make sure the bike is straight. And yeah, it's pretty close. I need just to turn it a little bit. I need to bring this side over some. And there we go. And then we can start pumping down the suction cups. So these suction cups have a little bit orange on them, on like the button you press to seal it down. And if you see orange, that means you're not pumping hard enough. So you gotta pump it until you don't see orange anymore. There we go. Let me get this back one on. And then just strap that over there. Strap it over this. Just two little straps, Velcro straps. Make sure it's centered and make sure, you know, somewhat centered. Doesn't need to be, but it just looks better driving down the road. Pump it down and it's on and it's done. This is it. It's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. It's not rocket science. And in my opinion, it looks a lot better than having a rack. You guys, what I was talking about earlier, when the orange part on the suction part. See, if you lift this tab right here, this is how you remove the suction cup. You can see the orange. If you see orange, that means it's not sucked down enough. So you want to keep pumping it. See, it's still orange. And now there's no orange. So you want to keep pumping it until you see absolutely no orange. And like they say in climbing, like rock climbing, if you see red, you're dead when you wear those harnesses. If you see orange, you're screwed. So just remember that saying, I guess, that I just created. But yeah, you want to make sure you see absolutely no orange on the suction cups. Now, say you needed to go inside of the trunk and the bike's in the back and you don't want to take the bike off. Well, this is one of the tricks that I have, thought of. Just take the suction cup off, hold it up, open the trunk, and then lightly rest the bike on top of the trunk, and then you can still get to the stuff. I mean, it depends on what car you have, but on sedans like this, it works best, in my opinion. And all you gotta do is just pump it back down, and we're done. Removing the bike is very quick. All you gotta do is just peel this strap right here, boom, boom, and then you pick up 3 of the suction cups, lean it. You gotta just kind of lean it a little bit, pick it up, grab it, and it's off. Put it back on, boom, boom. Like it's such an easy process. I'm just gonna pump one of them down. I've never seen anything like this, and you don't need any of those bulky bike racks that don't look good on sedans like this. Like I said in the beginning of the video, on other cars, bike racks look good. On cars like this, they don't look good. So I like the suction cup route. I understand some people with those crazy $25,000 bikes don't really want to trust a couple suction cups holding their bikes. Or EMTBs, if you do put an electric mountain bike on the suction cup, take the battery out. It's pretty easy to take the battery out. Normally, like the Trek rails, there's a key, and you can take the battery right out, put it in your back seat, put the rest of the bike on the top of your car with the suction cups, and you'll be set. And the reason why I say take the battery out is just to reduce the weight. Another interesting way to mount this bike, and I don't know if SeaSucker recommends this, I don't think so, but do this at your own risk, is having the moonroof, aka the sunroof. I don't know why they call this the moonroof, but having the sunroof of your car open and having the bike on top of the sunroof when it's open. It's still very strong. You can see the sunroof is open, and you can't open and close it with the bike on. You just take it off real quick, put it on. Literally takes like 40 seconds, not even. And if you look closely, the whole car is shaking. And I mean, it's strong. It's not gonna go anywhere if you guys are worried about that. And when the sunroof is closed, it literally shakes the whole car, like badly. Like my car would say, do you wanna call 911? Your car just got in a car accident. And that's not the case. It's just me shaking the whole car with the suction cups on the bike. So yeah, You don't have to worry about this bike falling off, or like any normal like lightweight mountain bike falling off. Thank you guys for watching this YouTube video. If you have any questions about this suction cup mount or anything about this video, please let me know in the comment section. I'll reply to you ASAP. And they do make a dual bike mount version of this, so you can have two bikes on there. That's mostly for street bikes, or not street bikes, road bikes, people who go cycling a lot. So yeah, this is definitely the best alternative to bike racks, because you know, a bike rack on this car wouldn't really work, especially with a sunroof like this, and it just wouldn't look good. And the other alternative is just buying a truck, or just having an ugly bike rack, or having a trailer hitch with a bike rack. It just doesn't look right. You don't see this often. It looks cool, in my opinion. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, please let me know in the comments section. And remember to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video.